Thinking. It's something we all do all the time. But have you ever stopped to consider the different ways we think? Our thoughts can be shallow, skimming the surface, or they can plunge into the depths, exploring every nook and cranny. There's a whole spectrum of thinking, and at either end lie two distinct modes: deep thinking and overthinking. Deep thinking is like a deep-sea diver, exploring the ocean floor with courage and curiosity. Overthinking, on the other hand, is like being caught in a rip current, pulled further and further out to sea. One is a powerful tool for growth and understanding, while the other can leave us feeling paralyzed and afraid. Understanding the difference between these two modes of thinking is crucial for our mental well-being and our ability to navigate life's challenges. By learning to cultivate deep thinking and avoid the pitfalls of overthinking, we can unlock our full potential and live more fulfilling lives. Deep thinking is about engaging with information on a profound level. It's about asking why and how, not just what. It's about connecting the dots, seeing the bigger picture, and challenging our own assumptions. When we engage in deep thinking, we're fully present and focused. We're not afraid to grapple with complex ideas or sit with discomfort. We're curious, open-minded, and willing to consider different perspectives. Deep thinking requires time and effort. It's not something that happens passively while scrolling through social media. It requires us to create space for reflection, to disconnect from distractions, and to truly immerse ourselves in the subject at hand. The rewards of deep thinking are numerous. It allows us to develop a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. It helps us make better decisions, solve problems more effectively, and generate creative solutions. Overthinking, on the other hand, is like getting stuck in a mental loop. It's characterized by excessive worry, rumination, and analysis paralysis. Instead of leading to clarity, overthinking often creates more confusion and anxiety. When we overthink, we tend to focus on the negative. We replay past mistakes, anticipate future problems, and dwell on worst-case scenarios. Our thoughts race, our minds become cluttered, and we struggle to find peace. Overthinking can be fueled by fear, perfectionism, and a lack of self-confidence. We might overthink because we're afraid of making the wrong decision, of not being good enough, or of things not going according to plan. The consequences of overthinking can be detrimental. It can lead to stress, anxiety, insomnia, and even depression. Section 4. Deep thinking versus overthinking. A comparative analysis. The key difference between deep thinking and overthinking lies in their outcomes. Deep thinking leads to clarity, understanding, and progress. Overthinking leads to confusion, anxiety, and stagnation. Imagine you're facing a difficult decision. Deep thinking would involve carefully considering all the options, weighing the pros and cons, and seeking out different perspectives. You might research the issue, talk to trusted advisors, and reflect on your values. Overthinking, on the other hand, would involve replaying every possible scenario in your head, obsessing over potential risks, and second-guessing yourself at every turn. You might endlessly analyze the situation without making any progress, feeling increasingly overwhelmed and anxious. In problem-solving, deep thinking allows us to break down complex issues into smaller, more manageable parts. We can identify the root cause of the problem, explore potential solutions, and develop a plan of action. Overthinking, however, can prevent us from even getting started. We might become so fixated on the problem itself that we fail to see any possible solutions. We might get bogged down in details, lose sight of the bigger picture, and feel powerless to affect change. Section 5. Cultivating Deep Thinking, a Practical Guide. So how can we cultivate deep thinking and reap its many benefits? Here are a few practical tips. First, create space for reflection. Set aside dedicated time for thinking, free from distractions. This could be during a morning walk, in a quiet room, or even in the shower. Next, engage with challenging material. Read books, articles, and watch documentaries that push you outside your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to grapple with complex ideas. Third, practice active listening. When engaging in conversations, really listen to what the other person is saying. Ask clarifying questions and try to understand their perspective. Lastly, journal your thoughts. Writing down your thoughts can help you organize your ideas, identify patterns, and gain clarity. Section 6. Escaping the Overthinking Trap. Strategies for Clarity. Avoiding overthinking is just as important as cultivating deep thinking. Here are some strategies to help you escape the overthinking trap. First, challenge your negative thoughts. When you catch yourself spiraling into negative thinking, stop and ask yourself if those thoughts are helpful or true. Often, our fears are unfounded. Next, focus on what you can control. Instead of worrying about things you can't control, shift your focus to what you can do in the present moment. Take action where you can, and let go of the rest. Third, practice mindfulness. Engage in activities that bring you into the present moment, such as meditation, yoga, or spending time in nature. Finally, set realistic expectations. Don't strive for perfection. Accept that mistakes are part of the learning process and that it's okay to not have all the answers.